end.
Okay. Yeah. And we're about, we're not that far from Chicago. I mean, 5-6 hours, I believe, driving, but all right. I think we've got it, girlfriend. We are live on Facebook. Yay! We did it.
So excited.
So thank you so much. I have Kirsten here with me today from New Zealand. It is Wednesday or Tuesday morning in New Zealand. Crazy. But she is here to talk with us today about what she does, and that is helping women step into that confident role of being able to talk about their product or their service and what they are passionate about doing. So would you mind introducing yourself, and we'll just get the conversation going.
Thank you so much, Justine, for having me. I'm super excited. So like you, I'm in a similar sort of space. And for me, I fell into network marketing through just going to a makeup party. And for me, it seemed like an easy way to earn a few dollars just to kind of keep me at home with my kids, which was really important to me. And that was all good, but along my journey, like I was learning some things that I didn't necessarily resonate with around how I was putting myself out there, how I was putting my product out there. And for me, it was just about finding a better way of doing it and bringing lots of awesome people along for the ride so they could also have that opportunity to earn money, but do it authentically and, with the nice approach.
Right. Yeah. And I'm glad you mentioned that, kind of falling out of what feels good, because I can totally relate to that in so many levels. But it's kind of what we're taught in the very beginning when we step into network marketing is get yourself out there, message as many people as you can, do this, do that. Was there like a certain thing that happened where you're like, no, this isn't my jam?
I think it's when people in your life start avoiding you. Like you can see them coming at preschool and then you see them turn in the opposite direction and you're like, yeah, this is not me.
Yeah.
You don't want to be known for that person. You want to be known for empowering people and generally giving them a solution. And we're in such a super awesome space that I think a lot more people are actually jumping on board and realizing that, like now, especially with COVID, that it's good to have another stream of income, especially when we've all been at home. So know there is a better way, and Justine knows that as well.
Yeah. What's like the first thing that you start with, whether someone joins your team or they go to you for coaching on this? What is like your first plan of attack?
So probably first plan of attack would be to know your why. I think you've really got to know your why. I heard this saying, it's not your why until you cry. So you've got to dig really deep about what you're doing, because it's going to take you away from your family at times, like all businesses, but you've got to have a real reason for doing it. So know your why. And then secondly, we need to look at branding you as a person. It's not about putting your product out there, and I'm not that one to put my product anywhere. No one will probably know what company I'm with. Same with Justine. So
yeah. I was just we were just talking. I'm like, what company do you represent, anyways?
Which is cool. It's super cool. And it's cool that we can connect and be in it together as well. Like shouting out for one another. And it doesn't matter whose team you're on. Like we're all in this together. So
exactly. I know there are so many there's so many women that I know that have multiple streams of income, even like really high level coaches that still have those associate,
absolutely. Yeah.
And so I know for when I started promoting the product that I was, it changed my life. It literally, I felt I had to be passionate about, like, I was never one who could be like, unless I love it, I can't promote it. That's kind
100%,
of, you kind of feel the same way?
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to believe in the product and how it can help people as well.
Yeah.
It's not about selling for this. Well, for me, it's not about selling for the sake of selling. Like, it needs to have a solution for people to really help them.
Yeah. And if they're not willing to do the work, whether it's growing their business or trying to feel better or improving whatever aspect of life that they're in, it's really easy to fall into that. I want a quick fix. I want,
Yeah,
if I
sure.
do this, then I won't have to do this. But it's all up here.
Absolutely. 80%, mindset
Yeah.
and how you. So, yeah,
Yes.
you can get so much out of this space for your own personal growth. And I think that's a massive takeaway from being in this, in this game. You just grow every day, which is so cool.
It is. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
How do you show up the best online? Like through your content, what's your favorite way?
I think it's about some people may not know what I mean by avatar, but working out who you can relate to and putting out content that they're gonna resonate with, relate to, and being a mum, like sometimes I'll put my selfie up with my kids going to school and things so that they know you're actually a person, and behind that camera you're living a pretty just a normal life with your family and just try to make it all work.
Yeah.
And just be authentic. You just got to be yourself.
Yeah. Which comes with a lot of work itself.
Oh,
Finding
yeah.
what is authentic versus, like, I remember thinking I had to show up like every successful person with the company that I was with. It was like, go copy and paste their status and do their messaging, and it didn't feel right and no one responded. And I'm like, well, why is it not working for me? And then you start putting the sabotage on yourself, but really it's not coming from you. It's,
No.
but once I started sharing why I love sharing it, how this product has changed my life, how it can do, that's kind of when things went up.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I totally relate to that. You got to find your own flavor, your own groove, and you've got to stay in your own lane 100%. But shout out to everyone around you. And I think success lies in shouting out to people around you that are doing well, but just not comparing yourself at the same time.
Oh, comparison. Can we talk a little bit about comparison?
Yeah.
It's like the dream killer. I swear. It's
totally is.
Take anyone from like, I've got this, to nope, not doing this anymore. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
have you struggled with comparison, and if so, how do you kind of navigate through that challenge?
I think to some degree comparison is kind of human nature. So you got to take yourself a step back and just realize that they're on a different journey, and maybe not what you're seeing on social media is really how it is. I struggle when I see the flash cars and the parties and things like that, because when you take a step back, for a lot of us it's just about providing for our family. And I don't know, I'm not a flashy kind of have your car photos and all that out there. So sometimes it's about reassessing who you're surrounding yourself with, and if it's about not following a certain person, then that's worked really well for me. And you just got to constantly reassess where you're at on your journey. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
It's like I got goosebumps from that, because it's so easy to do, and especially if it's the people that you're supposed to be following, your upline, your leaders, the people that inspire you at one point, and then all of a sudden it shifts into becoming about the money, the rank, the flashy things, and it's really, really easy to get lost from your why. It's very easy to get disconnected from that.
Yeah. And for some people it's about putting food on the table for their kids. And if I'm able to help someone do that, that's massive. I just don't get the whole putting status photos and that sort of stuff out there. So That's just me, but
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
yeah,
That's actually one thing that really um, made me take a step back and reassess what my priorities were. And it was after a huge convention and right after I missed a huge bonus and everyone was celebrating around me. And it was just kind of this, well, you didn't make it. So you can just stand over there while we do all of this stuff. And
yeah,
it's like I don't like feeling bad for myself, but I also brought someone on my team along to the convention and I became scared that I would lose being humble. I would lose that sense of what's really important to me. And so
absolutely.
that's kind of where like coaching comes in and really connecting with that inner self so that you don't have to be fearful of staying however, whatever is important to you and your values.
Yeah, absolutely. One of our leaders in my company actually did a video this week on he used to be that person and then he took a look at it and he was like, this is not teaching my children anything. It's not teaching my children that they need to, they need to work towards getting that flash car. It's not teaching them, how to respect women, how to really be genuine. So yeah, that was cool to watch that, especially a high up leader make that realization.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And to recognize like you wouldn't be up there if it wasn't for everyone down here.
yeah,
That
absolutely. Yeah,
that was so
yeah,
huge for me. It was like I didn't care if you brought $100 of volume a month or you brought 4 grand. Like every single team member on my team was valued. And
absolutely. Yeah,
but it's like I could only go stretch myself so far. And that's kind
yeah,
of where I got really frustrated and was like, I want to do my own thing, represent my own brand, represent my own customer service. Um, but that's just me. And I still have that. I still, have that income coming in and people ask me questions and new customers, whatever it may be. But it's just like you said, leading with your brand instead of the company.
absolutely. And do you find, I'm asking you a question, you're interviewing me, but do you
Sure.
find that by branding yourself, people actually approach you about what you do behind the scenes?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I
Yeah,
never chase a sale anymore. And
yeah,
it's
that's like
yeah. So tell me,
that's fun.
yeah, because that's like your jam. So
Yeah, like
I love attraction marketing. It's like
yeah, totally.
just show up as yourself and people come to you like a magnet. And
Yeah.
do people think you're crazy when you first start talking to them about it? Like, no way that'll ever work.
Um, I almost feel like people are beginning to realize that the old ways are not working anymore, and people are trying to look for a new way. And yeah, I'm finding people a lot more open to just branding themselves. Um, and even it doesn't necessarily have to be in network marketing, just any industry.
Yeah.
Um, Real estate, anything, if you brand yourself and be the face of the business, people are going to resonate with you so much more.
Hmm.
So it's such a powerful tool, and it's not hard. It takes the hard work showing up, but it's not hard to be yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And does it take a lot of money, like upfront investment, to start your own personal brand?
no,
No.
we could do that. Like we've done it, but anyone can do that tomorrow, and that's what I coach my team on. Yeah, just and it's so simple. Just you. Be you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like with your team, do you pick like a topic and they do courses, or how do you, without giving away all of your secrets, how do you how do you
Oh, they're all your secrets.
how do you help them get started in that personal brand versus, I always call it like being a billboard. Like I always felt like a
Yeah.
billboard when I was like representing Lavelle, like Lavelle all over me.
Yeah.
So it was really, really uncomfortable to do that. So how do you kind of help them do that?
So like one of my new team members that's come on board, like what I'm going to do is work with her on creating her brand within what we do. So like you might be really passionate. So I'm in the health and wellness space. So for example, she may brand her business Healthy Living with, I'm just putting a name out there, Sarah.
Yeah.
And she's showing up as someone that is leading with value and putting content out there that is going to genuinely help people. And being that I'm kind of talking hypothetically here, but if you're passionate about health and wellness, share that value. You don't need to share your product. Does that kind of make sense?
It does. And you can mention
Yeah.
the product, love. You don't have to like filter yourself. This is be you. You don't.
Well,
No, it's I think it's important because someone even who represents like unique, what is that? What is about that company that you love about it? So
yeah,
if you
sure.
want to share like on the level of like actually helping a teammate, feel free. Don't feel like you have to.
Well, just branding someone. What's some other ideas, like even around mindset? And you're not necessarily putting content out there that is all about your product, but you're putting content out there that people can resonate with, and you're building that know, like, trust factor, which is going to get people coming back. And this is where you're going to make genuine connections with people that potentially could work with you in the future. So it's not about putting your product out anywhere, because that's probably going to be your killer.
Yeah, they don't buy the
Yeah.
product, they buy you.
No. Yeah.
They buy the experience, and I will also attest to that, because as soon as I stopped like doing the consistent follow-up, doing, with my customers, engaging with my team, I went from 40K to 4 a month.
Right.
So
Yeah.
30,000 of that was just me being myself and, going all in with
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
team.
Yeah. It's massive, isn't it? It's huge.
But it's so fun. It's so
Yeah.
fun. But you also have to be, what's the word? You have to be like intentional with the things you do, right?
Absolutely. You got to be able to sleep at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. And and feel like you're really actually helping people.
Yeah.
Which is so important.
Because I don't think anything else would motivate me to, with you being a mom, like how do you balance your business at home with your kids? Is it all when they just went back to school, I'm assuming?
Yeah, no, they've been at school for about 6 weeks. Oh, so my son's at preschool, my daughter's at school.
Okay.
They've been there for about 6 weeks. We've been really super blessed in New Zealand not to be in lockdown for too long.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, balancing is a challenge for me, because like I'm an ambulance officer. That's my background, emergency services. So 2 kids, but for me it's been a real challenge. But I'm trying to get up early every day and have that window.
Mhm.
But it's about creating a new habit.
Right.
You can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do the ambulance work every day then?
I used to be full time, but once I had my kids, I've prioritized them, and hence I guess how I've fallen into this space. Because being present and home for my kids is super important, and if you can create that from home, then go for it.
Exactly. That 25 minutes went extremely fast. I swear, I say that every time, and it's like, I think I'm gonna have to add a day of the week, because I just cannot get enough of these interviews. And
so cool.
it's just like giving someone the stage to share their gifts it's just my absolute favorite thing to do. But how could the ladies in here find you?
I can't believe you're redirecting people to me, but like we're all
Oh,
in this
gosh.
together. Come to me, no.
Yeah.
No.
Girlfriend, if I always say, like, if there is someone who I bring in
Yeah,
and I have someone in the group who resonates with that person better, like,
sure. Yeah,
it was the last thing I would ever want to do than to be that roadblock in between that person.
sure. And that just shows who you are as a person.
Oh, it's not my place, It's like the
Yeah,
universe and timing, and who am I to
absolutely.
keep
Yeah.
someone from someone else? That's not my business.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. And I have to like hats off to you. I found you because of how you put yourself out there in your brand. So yeah, you're just a beautiful person out there inspiring others. So
Oh,
um,
you're so sweet. I know. I feel like
and like
this is like the first
yeah.
time we've talked, and I feel like I've known you forever.
Oh, and well, we're planning our New Zealand trip.
I know. I'm getting there. Even if I have to
Yeah,
like drug him to get on the plane, we'll go.
come on. Yeah, you're most welcome to jump over to my page. So I've just got it's Kirsten Smart online, and yeah, I like Justine share stuff that may help you with your business. And yeah, like Justine as well. We're very very similar people. My DMs are always open just for helping people. So
Absolutely. I don't know if it's the Gary V like getting pounded in my head or what, but it's like I never feel like I can give too much value. And
yeah,
and I
stand
feel
out.
like it all comes back around anyways. So why?
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
But thank you so, so, so much for being here.
No, thank you.
Yes. And if you could drop your page, your group, whatever, if you have freebies or whatever it is, drop it all in the comments so that the ladies
Okay,
can
cool.
find you. And thank you so
Yeah.
much. Enjoy
No,
your
thank you.
Tuesday.
Thank you. Take care, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll talk soon. Okay, Kristen.
See you later.
Kristen.
Oh, good.
It's all good. All right. Bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.